Ron, you know it better than anybody. These are two dangerous men.
There's a lot of fans, though, and I'll be honest, there's a lot of wrestlers there that kind of got the feeling like, again, what it usually takes to end up as the FIP World Tag Team Champions, to have it go down the way it did. There's a lot of people second-guessing it. And Annihilation, even though they come into this match as the champions, I felt, good luck talking to these two anyway. But chip on their shoulder and something to prove, and they are the real World Tag Team Champions. I don't care how the belts change hands. They didn't make the rules. But their first defense here, seriously, Trevin, you're talking about the best of both worlds as far as Rich Swann. Again, the fact is he's even on the corner in this building. We're all lucky, fans especially, to be able to see him. But to have a partner like this,
it's definitely historic here, Ron. It was all the way back in June 2013. Rich Swann, Roderick Strong, unlikely allies, became the FIP World Tag Team Champions for 147 days. And of course, Chungus and Scyther, not only multiple-time former WWN Proving Ground Tag Team Champions, but of course now two-time FIP World Tag Team Champions. LJ Cleary, interviewed by Simon Says on St. Paddy's Day. Simon said it's not only going to be your national holiday, of course, but great, love LJ Cleary, by the way. Great way to slip through there, living his most beautiful life. I'll explain that in a second. But bottom line, of course, turning down Simon Says, LJ Cleary said, even in Ireland, we watch Club WWN. We know what you're about. I don't need that in my life. And next thing you know, here was Annihilation with the attack.
You gotta love just the style and the way he carries himself in the ring, and just complete polar opposite of Chungus. Just a brute, an animal that I think Scyther's the only one that has even a loose amount of control over this complete animal. And Simon Says it's kind of like he just unleashes them, and whatever happens, but Simon's very, quite frankly, pissed off with how, hold on a second.
Yeah, it would have been amazing if it was that quick. And LJ going for the kick. Chungus backing off. And tell me about what Scyther just said there.
Good luck deciphering that. I speak many languages. But Simon Says giving a massage to Chungus, who apparently his backside had maybe seized up or was perhaps cramping. I'm not sure, but Says again the frustration, and you know how his anger is. He's like a big baby with the way he throws his tantrums, but very unhappy with Devin Diaz. But Scyther like a snake, rolling like an alligator,
trying to constrict the neck of Rich Swann, the rope saving Rich Swann. Not very often I can say somebody's got as many years experience as Scyther, and Rich Swann does at 20 years now. One of the situations Swann, of course, started so young. Hold on, what's Swann saying? Swann's asking for her to test the strength. Is this smart?
Test the strength. This is when I told my buddy Larry Legend that Rich Swann and Scyther were going to be in the ring together tonight. He totally popped, knowing both of these competitors since the beginning of their careers, as Scyther started up in the Northeast, trained by Mikey Whipwreck.
Two-time NYWC Tag Team Champion. And, of course, Rich Swann, too, up in that Philadelphia area, and, of course, hitting New York. And Scyther falling for it. Swann having a little bit of fun here, and what agility. I don't even know what to call that. The quick pin by Swann, and Swann is back to his feet as quick as he was. Oh,
how Rich came down and out of the delivery of that drop kick. Did you see that?
That's where I was going. He was back up.
I've never seen that.
It went down, but of course, Chungus the attack. International official here, Alex Schneider. Great to have him with us here. Special occasion. But going to be up to his eyeballs dealing with Annihilation. And you said you speak multiple languages. I know we have no clue what language Scyther speaks, but I can tell you with confidence that Alex, unlike most people here in the United States, does speak 2 languages or more.
I'm literally falling in love with this referee watching this match because the talent that he's in there with and to try to keep up, this guy is where he's supposed to be at all times. Beautiful positioning, right there, cover, down for the 2 count. But again, the timing and the positioning of the referee just as important as the competitors when it comes to a match and the way things play out. What if he's in the way? What if you had the opportunity for a pin and this guy's being distracted by the fans or one of the other competitors?
Oh, we've seen that before. We've seen an official out of position, arguably costing a match, and I don't mean to blame officials, but Scyther saw the danger for Chungus, but Rich Swann still trying to escape. Is LJ in the corner? Yes, he is.
What a match, and really still pretty early on. I didn't know what to expect because, again, just 2 totally completely different styles. And to see Cleary and Swann, you think they've been teaming together for years at this point. Beautiful. Double elbow, 1 teamwork. Got him. 2 count. Trevin, how about this team of Cleary and Swann? Wow.
LJ Cleary coming to us from Dublin, Ireland, 12 years in the sport, trained by Fight Factory Pro Wrestling. Believe it or not, that was once NWA Ireland, set up by Finn Balor. But here's the thing with LJ Cleary. Even though he's 12 years in the sport, remember Swann's 20 years in the sport. Swann was an inspiration for LJ Cleary. This is a dream for LJ Cleary. It was LJ who reached out to Swann and said, "You've had your problems with the Emerald Empire. Can you help me?" And come on, Scyther. Taking advantage. And Blue Thunder Bomb. LJ's in trouble.
That's a long way to come down, I think. I was gonna say I think that's it, but I should know again, the few times that I've been lucky enough to see this young LJ Cleary, this guy's got something down deep, man. It takes a lot to put him away. But right now, just taking a savage beating to the midsection as he's draped across the top rope, and Scyther with an outburst. I'm really not sure what he said. I've never met anyone yet that speaks Scyther, but the
other than Chungus. And here comes Simon Says again, choking. First you got Scyther biting the head of LJ Cleary, now being choked by Simon Says. The leg is hooked. It is 3-on-1 right now, Ron.
Yeah, I think it's just too much for this young competitor. I know he's tough. I know he can hang with the best, but when it's a 3-on-1 situation and you're on the wrong side of the ring, and look at Scyther's in deep, leaning all that weight, but somehow they're able to get that jaw buster.
Can LJ get to Swann in time? But stopped by Scyther, who's tagged in Chungus, and the big man right into the breadbasket.
Big shot. Look at that big old soup bun. Chungus with a headbutt with that bowling ball-sized noggin of his.
Remember, Chungus was trained by Scyther. Chungus not only has the same mentality, but if you could get any closer to like brothers from different mothers as the abdominal stretch is applied, Annihilation is on the same page at all times. And then being part of the Emerald Empire, so dangerous.
And I saw them for the first time several years ago in Fort Myers, and I may have told this story before, but I don't remember. It's one of those things where you know they don't belong. They should be on Bigger and Better. And to see them here, it didn't feel to me like they had to prove as much of a point as they ended up doing.
Can LJ make it? Trying to make it, but charged into the corner.
Hey, good way to break the ribs of the big man. Chungus just driving that shoulder in.
But to your point, Annihilation finding their way to the World Wrestling Network, and they've just been dominant. It's making it here, but LJ trying to fight off 2 men to get back to Rich Swann. Leg is held on, though, by Chungus, who pulls LJ out, and may have broke his damn wrist. Hand and all.
Scyther able to grab that boot, but he's unceremoniously booted off, and Cleary's just got to make the tag to Swann, who's chomping at the bit. Chungus sweeping the leg of Rich Swann, sending him careening to the floor.
Exactly when it looked like it was finally going to be the tag for LJ. Instead, the officials doing his best to try to control this matchup. But Ron, Even 3 officials couldn't control this match.
It's a mugging. Let's call it what it is, Trevin.
LJ trying to fight off. Can LJ do it? Bumping Chungus into Cypher and everybody's down.
Chungus sent flying backwards, and he's such a big man. He's gonna knock anybody out of their boots, and Simon on the outside is imploring both members of Annihilation once again, sending Cypher.
Finally, can LJ do it? And Chungus pulls off Swann, but Swann saw it coming. Able to get back to the corner, and LJ now tags in Swann, who charges at Cypher. Hell of a kick. And another. Mr. All Night Long's bringing it.
Look at these jabs, Trevin. Got him rocking and rolling, strutting and strolling, baby. Rich Swann. Beautiful. Reverse neck breaker. Yes.
The best I've ever seen Rich Swann. Swann is a blur of motion right now. And the splash. Could we have new tag champs?
Oh, how good is Rich Swann, folks? This guy's operating on a different plane than the rest of the wrestlers out there. I'm going to tell you, this guy is something special. Every single time, nobody home, lands on his feet, rolls through. Big forearm.
And it's a critical time, able to hit the stunner. Chungus is heading to the top, and all that weight crushing the ribs of Rich Swann. Can Cypher make it over to get the pin? And I think we got the champion. Ooh!
Where does he get it? Where does he find it?
Ron, I'm going to tell you right now, I thought the champions just retained. I don't know how Swann found a way. Can Swann breathe, though, now?
The guy is just, Chungus sent into that steel turn post, but ends up Cypher coming in, nobody home, but he nails Cleary and now gets the boot to the skull.
Double Gamingiris. Great job by LJ. I think LJ got in the corner to assist Swann, and jumping up Hurricanrana into the cutter, and now the pin. Oh,
are you kidding me?
The elevation on the Hurricanrana. The cutter was perfectly placed, but Cypher's still in it.
How great was that? And Cypher somehow still in this match. There's no way he has any idea where he's at. What a match.
Chungus trying to charge in, pulls out LJ, leaving Swann, who got caught by Cypher in the center of the ring, and the tag champs are showing you why they have been a team for years and years, and it could be a matter of time here, Ron. This is going to be all she wrote. Dumps face first. 1, 2, wait! Where did LJ come from?
Completely ridiculous. Chungus thought it was over. Everybody thought it was over. Telling Cypher to go up. And go up he does. And Chungus setting up Rich Swann,
who has the counter tossing in. Chungus, who takes out Cypher. And here comes LJ. What a kick. Kicks galore out of the corner into the code breaker. Springboard into the cutter, Ron. Is it about to happen? We have new tag team champions.
Axel Rome here, being joined by LJ Cleary and Rich Swann, the new FIP World Tag Team Champions. Gentlemen, congratulations on picking up this huge victory. Now, you already spoke to a little bit about it with the fans, about what this championship victory meant to both of you. So if I could just have you respectively share that with us here. And what's next for this new dynamic duo?
Well, Axel, for me, the only way I could describe it is full circle. What do I mean by that, though? For those of you that don't know, I wrestled Rich in 2018 in Northern Ireland. I was 19 years old, maybe 5 years into my career, at a time when things needed to click. I just needed things to work out. And being in the ring with Rich, but not just being in the ring, more importantly, it was the aftermath, the conversations that the fans didn't see, set off a light in my head that set me forward to the next 10 years of my career, that set me off to Japan. And speaking of Japan, it was a massive risk for me to leave Pro Wrestling Noah, come here to the United States, be based out of Orlando. So when I say full circle, it makes it all worth it to be standing here today with Rich Swann, FIP Tag Team Champions.
Golly, man. Full circle, man. Damn, 2018.
Yeah.
It's 2025 now.
Here we are.
Full circle. We are now holding one of the most prestigious tag team championships in all of professional wrestling. Some of the greatest have held this championship. Some of the greatest have took this championship all over the world.
But there is somewhere I don't think these have ever been.
Damn. Well, seeing you grow, seeing you turn into the competitor that you turned into, now that we're the tag team champions, I think it's about time for these tag team titles to show up in Ireland, baby!
Fight Factory Pro Wrestling, May 16th. Living my beautiful life, Mr. All Night Long. We are coming, and we are coming with the FIP World Tag Team titles.
Now let's get that partying, baby.
Gentlemen, congratulations.